Hello, my name is Kira Djnalie. I am Indigenous person living in Nam. I am Yorta Yorta and Wagaya, and mentally ill, gay, and here, I guess. I'm very lucky to, be able to spend lockdown with my partner, so someone who I love very much, and I was very lucky to be able to, I got a job that was, even though it was temporary, it enabled me to see my family, because prior to that I was missing them a lot. It was like a very temporary job in rural Victoria where my family lives. So I was in the Mildura area for the 2 months that I was working. I was with my family, so my parents and my 3 brothers. I missed my cat and stuff, so we decided to come back to Melbourne, even though lockdown is still pretty tight. Here is the cat, which I miss so much. Pretty much when COVID started in February, we pretty much started self-isolating and stuff even before the restrictions were put in. I always used to be like, oh, I hate people, I don't want to go out right now, but now it's just like, oh, I just wish I could just catch up with a friend and get a coffee or something. Being home so much, I've sort of really had to sort of sit with myself and and sort of realizing what limitations my mental illness has put on in my life, because I do have a tendency to push myself a little bit too hard, and then I was like, oh, why am I so tired? And it's like, oh yeah, because I am now burnt out. I'm struggling with a lot of PTSD and stuff, so I do have a very limited attention span, so it's a lot of finding like a bunch of little things and starting, like I brought a sewing machine and I'm hoping that I eventually try and sew something. So it's just a lot of little things. So much Animal Crossing and a lot of days where it is just a lot of crying and a lot of Netflix. At the moment we're just in a slump because we're just tired of it. We've been home for pretty much been in by ourselves since February, so I'm just trying to get through to the next day. It's pretty much just take every day as it comes, because I do have a tendency to try and overthink things, and then I sort of spiral out, and that's not fun. It's normal to be feeling like absolute crap right now. That's not any reflection on you as a person. It's just where we just so happen to be, and it won't last forever. Eventually it's gonna end and we're going to be allowed outside. I was lucky enough to be able to go home and connect with my family and stuff, but as far as the greater with all the things going on right now with Black Lives Matter and the other death in custody that happened very recently, those things have been very hard for me, because I can't physically do anything. And when the rallies were happening in Melbourne, unfortunately I felt like I was both mentally and physically just unwell. So it's very hard for me to sort of having to take like a backseat on those sorts of things. But just existing is an act of resistance, which I think a lot of people need to also, like, I myself just need to remember that, yeah, even just making it to tomorrow in a system that is made to get rid of me is the most powerful thing that I can do right now.